What's going on, guys? My name is Blockhead1701 and I'm back with Lukesadork on the Domes PvP Skydomes micro server. And he's just flying up there. But yeah, so Lukesadork and I have done a bit more progress on the server. So we have done 4 of the domes, which are looking pretty cool. I did Lukesadork and I kind of did a pattern inside of each one of them. They kind of have a different pattern. But yeah, so they kind of look cool. So this one, each one of them is gonna relate to a certain game mode, and that should be fun. So like for example, here's join team deathmatch, and then you pop in here, and it teleports you straight into the dome, which I am loving, and I'm pretty sure Luxadork is loving as well. It is actually so
Yep.
cool. But today, what we are gonna do is we are gonna work on this big square thingamajiggy, and I'm just gonna game mode 1 myself. Um, we're gonna work on this massive circle thing, as this is gonna be one of the first game modes for the dome. One of the first maps that we're gonna make on this server. And yeah, I'm hoping that this is a relatively good size. It looks like a pretty good size for a map. Um, and I think if we add a lot of intricacy into here, it will be good. But yeah, so we might get started on the bottom of the big dish sort of thing, and we'll go from there. So yeah. Okay, guys. So you can see Luke's dog over there, and me here, obviously, and we are kind of getting the shape of the island getting going. So basically we want to make it so it's like the island kind of has a cavity in the middle, and I'm liking the shape of this so far. The outside, don't worry about. It's more about like the shape and how it's gonna look. But the first island, I think, is going along really well. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, I think it looks good. It needs to be filled a bit on the outside so it's smoother, maybe. But
Yeah, we can do that, and also the top of the platforms back to just normal stone. But yeah, I'm liking the look of this, and yeah, so that's just a quick update. Okay, guys, so we've got the general gist, shape-ish thingamajiggy of this island, and I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. From below, it looks a lot bigger than from above, and it looks a lot steeper, but that should be fine. Now, I think what Luke's gonna do is he's gonna start putting some glowstone, just kind of spread it out a bit, and I'll start working on the dome, because the dome's gonna be different for this one. Um, I'll kind of just improvise. But yeah, so I'm thinking we might go like 5 or 6 blocks high. Let's just try 6 blocks, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so we're just building a dome, and I thought this kind of looked cool because he's building one layer and I built building another. But yeah. Okay, guys, so the dome is complete, and we built these like little support things going up. I think it looks pretty cool, especially with the different colored clay worked into it. It's looking pretty awesome, and we laid the whole thing out with grass, and I think this is a good design right now for the thing. But what we're gonna do for this first map is, Luxadog and I have decided that we're gonna make it so it's more like of an abandoned village sort of thing, and what we were thinking is for the first map, because we did this on our old server, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to make it separated by a river, and hopefully this doesn't erode away too much. Okay? I'm thinking this is good. Um,
is it
yeah.
gonna pass through the direct middle?
Probably, because, like, ooh, okay, that's a bit deep there. Last time I think we did this with TNT, so this is working a bit better. But, yeah, okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a bunch of pathways going off, and hopefully a bunch of little special features. And what our aim with these builds are is for each different map to have a different feature, I think. So like for this one, there'll be a river going in between. It's gonna have like some sort of, I don't know. We haven't really worked it out yet, but hopefully it'll work out.
Oh, and you could have like a bridge in the middle as the like main PvP spot.
Yeah, Okay, so I think this should be good for the general shape of the river. I think the next thing we might want to do is just tidy it up a bit and fill it in. So let's get ahead onto that. And I think this is a good shape for the river. So this is what we've come up with, and we're gonna fill it with water. So I'm gonna get cracking on placing ice because I don't know how to do it with voxels. So let's go and do that. Okay, so just to take a break from the segment, I thought I'd tell a joke to break the ice. You can run. Here. Okay, guys, so now that the river is water and it's filled up completely, we can actually get started on the map. So the things that I've done and Lukesadork have done off camera is one of them is that we have built these starting spawn rooms. And this is where the people will spawn in. There'll be like pistons here so people can't camp the whole building, and it should be good. And we also added this nice little glass trim around just to show what side you're on in the map. But yeah, so we try to make it as parallel as possible, and hopefully those wood logs will kind of outline bridges. But right now, Lukesadork is kind of working on a roughish path, and whoa, what was that? Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually take out some bone meal, and we'll put some grass around the place because I think that will roughen it up a bit, make it look a bit more natural. And we also do want to add some dips in our terrain and hills because we don't want a completely flat land. But I'm gonna add some grass around the place just so it looks a bit better. Okay guys, so this map's starting to come along a bit. We're starting to build up some more of the terrain. I've got this like rock thing, and that mainly is for one reason to block like sight, but also to give the path a reason for the path to go around like this. So it just looks a bit better. But yeah, so the terrain's getting on good. Okay guys, so we are now going to work on the bridge, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these slabs if I can find them. And where's the normal slabs? There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a bit of alternation just to get some of the ideas going, but I'm pretty sure that this bridge is pretty straight. But I'll just build and see how it goes. Okay guys, so now that we've got the general shape of the bridge, I think what I might do now is I'm gonna start changing out some of the blocks so it looks a bit unique. And yeah, so I'm just gonna add some of these different colors everywhere and hopefully it looks good. Okay, so now the bridge is a bit more colorful and I'm liking the design of it, but what we need to do now is we need to make it so that the bridge is hard to actually cross, because that is going to be one of the things that that is going to add to the PvP factor in this thing, so you can get hit off the bridge and stuff like that, and it's going to make for a lot harder gameplay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of these, if I can find it. I think it's vines. Yep. So we're going to take some of these vines, and I'm going to place some of them on the edge here, as a way to get up into it from the water. But what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to knock out some of these on the side. So what they do is it just gives like little holes for people if they're running, they can just fall down accidentally. And it adds for a bit more of the challenge. So yeah. Okay, so I think this is about the right amount of holes for the bridge, and it's gotten to the point where if you're concentrating, you can easily just go over it. But if you're like firing or fighting against someone, you'll probably fall in. And that's where I do want to aim it to be. So yeah, but what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna cap off these tops of these pillars with some wood slabs, and then we're gonna get some fences, if I can find fences. And unfortunately in this 1.7 version they don't have multicolored fences, but hopefully they'll be in 1.8, which it is, whenever the bucket gets released for it. So can I still go through there? Yeah, okay, I think for the beginning part that is okay, so we're gonna leave that as that. Where does it actually go? There. And one more there. And then, so we're going to do that on all four sides. And then for the middle, we're going to actually get rid of some of the fences so that it's kind of like half floating. Like it's been an eroded bridge. It's not really complete and it's kind of broken. But, yeah, and maybe like a connector there. And maybe one like that and connect to there, and maybe one out in like maybe there. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that works. And that is
Cool.
the bridge done. So now we're gonna go work on some of the terrain. Okay guys, so we are going to have some of these hills like over here and some of these mounds, but we are also going to have an underground part, and this is going to be like just like a normal generic cave that you go down into, but it's going to also connect to all of the caves around the place. So we're going to have a bunch of different caves, and they'll add another layer into the map feature. So basically this would go down, it would go underneath the river, and yeah, it should be pretty good if we can get it right. But yeah, so that is the concept, and basically this whole map is aiming to be sort of like a village, but it's more like a forest setting, so it's not really very villagey. There's not that many buildings. But I think that is going to be it for this video. It's getting about to maybe about the 14-15 minute mark. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode. If you did, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, guys, I've been Blockhead171. That's Lukesadork.
Bye.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.